Hello everybody and welcome back to FIFA 23, where we have got Fulham into what I would like to describe as lower mid-table. We're not saying we're in a relegation battle, we're saying we're in lower mid-table. And today is January the 1st and we're going to be taking on Leicester, who sit above us but not too far. We've got some news. Those of you that are legal-eyed, in the top right corner will see we have 7 messages, so let's dive into them. Okay, so the transfer market is open. We get just a reminder from the chief executive to say what's going on with that, which is fine. Shane Duffy's loan period has expired. He's returned to Brighton. He's been recalled. Dan James expired. He's been recalled, as has Solomon by Shakhtar as well. We've got a few youth reports in here. So basically what we've been told is our squad is now pretty much shortened by quite a significant margin. Okay, we've called up a couple of youngsters, which is fine. Tim Ream's still here. Garnacho we brought in. I mean, it's a small squad and we do need reinforcements. I think we're looking at some sort of tall, ball air winning defender who can just tackle and pass the ball to someone else. I feel like that's quite a good option. Maybe a new left wing back, a new attacking midfielder I think would be good as well. I'm not against another striker, maybe a central midfielder. Yeah, we'll have to see how this goes really, because at the moment we've got Moukoko and Ablade on the bench as our strikers. Garnacho's still there. They're all these players have been trained to sort of fit this formation for now. But yeah, but we've got Leicester and a bit of the transfer window, so let's see how this goes. We're going to go first into the game against Leicester, and are we? No, let's go and see if we can pick someone up on a transfer. So it might not be a very popular choice, but we're looking at Harry Maguire, and I've noticed we've only got 2.8 million, so this isn't going to work, is it? We may have to offer them someone. Who do you want? I mean, do I really want Harry Maguire? He is a beast, isn't he? We need someone that's good in the air. That's all we need. We need someone good in the air who's going to make a difference for us. I mean, we can't really offer them too much. We can offer them Martial back. Maybe, I don't really want to get rid of Martial or Mitrovic. Don't want to get rid of Wilson. João Palhinha, he's been doing really well for us recently. Andreas Pereira. I mean, there's not much kicking around that we can offer them. I think we're going to have to... just bin this one off, I think, because I think if we go like, I'm pretty sure if we say 15 million, yeah, that we can't. We can afford 2.8. We'll give you 2.8 million. We'll give you 2.8 million for Harry Maguire. No, wasted your time. Sorry, Ten Hag. We absolutely did waste your time. Okay, so we've got 2.8 million to spend. We are scouting a lot of different players that you guys have recommended as well, but 2.8 million ain't a lot of money. It really isn't a lot of money. These are the players I was interested before. Marlon, Johnson, Ward-Prowse, Daka, and Bolo, Kepa. And then we're scouting all of these as well. So, João Victor, 6'2", good jumping. I'm just wondering if we can get someone in on loan. But at the moment, we don't know enough about them because we're still scouting. So, I guess we'll come back to that in a little while. Yeah, there's not much we can do at the moment. We need the scout reports to come in. So a quick check at our youth scouts to see what they're picking up. 44, 52 overall, 76 to 90. So there's some potential players in it. I mean, he is absolutely dreadful. Reject him right off the bat. 83 to 94, pretty good. 67 to 87, 66 to 86. I'm just looking at the potential as I go through these. So nope, you are pretty terrible as well. 93, 59 to 75 isn't good enough. 52 to 70 isn't good enough. But and that's not good enough either. So, yeah, we're narrowing it down for who our scouts should go and find. So that's not bad. Alexander Johnson was in Argentina looking there. Patrick Breen from the Northern Ireland, is in Italy, having a look at who we can find here. So, no, you're not good enough. You're not good enough. You might be. Yeah, you're probably not good enough, but we'll leave you in there for now. Luca Guerra is not good enough. Tirzani Rossi is not good enough. Abate maybe. You are not good enough. Martinelli from Italy. You are not good enough. Silvestri. Giordano, you're not good enough. De Angelis Gallo, you're not good enough. We're being pretty ruthless here. I do understand that. Russo, you're not good enough. Vitale, you're not good enough. Luongo can stay. Abate for now can stay. 92. Oh, you look like you might be tasty actually. And 91. Okay, so we'll leave all those players in there at the moment. Patrick Breen can scout them a bit more. And then Jude Watson. Jude Watson is in England, seeing if we can find the next English superstar. And at the moment, it's not a good start. We've had to get rid of 3 players straight off the bat, 4 players straight off the bat, 5 players straight off the bat, 6 players straight off the bat. Okay, you can stay for now, you can stay. Gabriel Hayes is out of here. Harding, defender with 94 potential, not bad. Patrick Farmer, get him in a Farmers League. Bishop is there as well. Okay, these guys can all stay for a little bit more scouting. Okay, right, that's that done. We can't bring anyone in until we've got some more scouting done for those players. So let's go and play Leicester City. Hello everybody and welcome to this Premier League fixture. Leicester City versus Fulham at the King Power Stadium, which is looking a little bit smaller, I think, than it is in real life. But anyway, lots of changes for Fulham today. We've abandoned the 5 at the back. Some of you will be delighted by that. We've done it because of players that are actually available to us. So it's going to be an interesting game. We'll be back to go through the teams very shortly. So as the players perform the pre-game handshakes, Leicester City lining up in a 4-1-4-1. Everson in goal, Pereira, Evans, Soyuncu and Diaz at the back. In front of them is Yuri Tielemans with a midfield 4 of Maddison, Budai, Pratt and Barja. And then up front on his own, Jamie Vardy. As you can see on the bench though, Mitchell, Ndidi, Daka, Amati, Perez and Masuanshi makes it a very strong bench for Leicester City. Fulham, the away team, line up in a 4-4-1-1. Leno in go, Livramento, Adebayo, Diop and Kurzawa. The 4 in front of them is Wilson, Paulinho, Koch and Garnacho, with Andreas Pereira plying off Anthony Martial for this one. A change of shape for Marco Silva's men, looking to take the game to Leicester City in this one. It should be an interesting game. Youngster Christian Sukaric makes the bench for Fulham. And it's going to be Jamie Vardy to get the game underway for this one. And how will this new lineup look for Fulham? Only one out-and-out striker. We've been used to seeing Mitrovic and Martial partnering each other up front. And it's going to be a bit of an ask here for Andreas Pereira to be the main man to support the striker in Anthony Martial. And the ball is won back well. Livramento, who's in to replace the fatigued Mbabu at the moment, as Kurzawa comes forward with it. Tries to play it back inside, but Budawi reads it very well, and here is Maddison coming forward. Maddison puts that one through, looking for Vardy, but Adebayo covers well and then gets away from the slide tackle of Jamie Vardy. Adebayo can look to bring this one away. Goes cross-field all the way out to Livramento. A good ball there from the centre-back as Livramento comes forward with it. Harry Wilson, and it goes to Andreas Pereira, and Livramento's found himself in space here. The right back dinks it across towards Martial with a header down over the goalkeeper, and it's 1-0 to Fulham. Why did I say Leicester? It's 1-0 to the away team, and Anthony Martial makes the starting goal. Lovely stuff from Livramento. Good little move. All started with that crossfield pass from Adebayo, but a wonderful start there for Fulham. And is this new shape something we're going to see a bit more of going forward? They've started well against Leicester, and Martial rises highest above his former teammate Johnny Evans. Keeper sort of collided with Evans, was caught in no man's land, and Martial puts that one away. Lovely stuff. 1-0 Fulham, and Jamie Vardy will get the game underway again for Fulham. I think Jamie Vardy's 2 touches have both been kickoffs in this game so far, as Livramento just about gets that first. Adebayo, Harry Wilson. Obviously the transfer window is open, and Fulham are apparently a little bit poor, but are looking to make some changes as Kurzawa comes in. He's got a man at the back post, and he tries to float it over towards, I think it was Livramento. Martial knocks that one down into Koch, the youngster, who controls the ball really well. Into Martial, tries to get a shot off. Good block from Soyuncu, and Jamie Vardy now does get a touch of the ball, which isn't a centre, and Maddison gets past the flying tackle of the centre-back there, and Kurzawa trying to get back at him, and the ball is just pinged out. Barja does well, brings that one down, gets a nice bit of touch on it, and that is well closing down there on Babui. Vardy, in it goes, good shot, and Leno with a good save, but it is going to be brought back for a very dangerous free kick here for James Maddison to take. And James Maddison, you'd imagine, will fancy a go from this one. It's actually taken short, it's touched back to him, and well, Maddison can only fire it into the wall, thankfully for Fulham, as Johnny Evans, the centre-back up there, trying to keep the ball alive. Up to Pereira. Diaz from right back. Back to Pereira. Good foot on it, but it falls back to Pereira, and Tosin Adebayo makes a good tackle on that one, and Leno can get the ball away. Up towards Martial, who's flicked that one round the corner really well. Garnacho just couldn't bring it under his spell, and Leicester City hold on to the ball. Budawi. Yuri Tielemans. Budawi again. Up it goes. Slight touch on it. Vardy can't get that one through. Tosin Adebayo put in a great challenge to stop that one getting through, and Leicester trying to play everything through the middle, and they've got it into Jamie Vardy. Great save from Bernd Leno. It will be the first corner of the game, and it will be for the home team Leicester City, what can they do with this one? Yuri Tielemans is going to fire this one into the box. And it goes towards that front post. Garnacho is there defending it well. And Paulinho, who does keep his place in the team today, tries to get there. And Koch gets it away. Now here is Anthony Martial. Anthony Martial just trying to hold on to the ball and hold up play. Paulinho gets it in towards Alejandro Garnacho. Martial flicks it on one more towards Andreas Pereira. Sionchu read the return pass, but that's not a good pass back out of defence. Pereira. Kurzawa tries to fire it across in towards Paulinho. Paulinho going for the big power shot. Didn't work, but he has won a free kick right on the stroke of half-time. And Andreas Pereira here is probably going to fancy this one. It's Andrea Pereira. Can he get this up and down over the wall? He's eyeing it up. Pereira shoots. Oh, he's hit the top of the bar. So close for Andreas Pereira. And it's cleared away by the Leicester City defenders. And in half-time, it's 1-0. So close to being 2-0 for Fulham. But the away team will be delighted with that first half performance. So no changes at half-time for Fulham. Sticking with the 4-1-4-1 formation. Which is seeing, well, not too much wing play as you would expect in a shape like this. But so far, they've got the lead. And that's all that Marco Silva will be worried about in this game. As Paulinho comes forward into Wilson. Pereira gives it back to the Welshman, Harry Wilson, looking to just trick his way past Sionchu. Wilson, Tielemans gets back and puts in a really good tackle there as Kike Barrage will try to bring it away. Sionchu, Tielemans lets it run through his legs very cleverly. Into Maddison, who's put that ball through to Jamie Vardy. Jamie Vardy's taking a heavy touch. The keeper comes out. Leno, well, gets enough on it. I thought he would have put in a slide tackle. Jamie Vardy's heavy touch there, letting him down, and that is the best chance Leicester City have fashioned so far, as Wilson can't turn that one round the corner in towards Tielemans as Pratt's on it. Adarabioyo tries to stretch out a leg, doesn't get there. Maddison outside of the boot makes it 1-1 early in the second half, and well, Fulham not defending very well at all. It was a lovely ball through there, and Maddison just got a nice touch on it, and then the outside of the boot fires it into that near post. Bernd Leno maybe should do better, not expecting the outside of the foot shot. But a lovely finish though. 1-1 here in Leicester. So Martial gets the game back underway. Andreas Pereira out towards Garnacho. Garnacho tries to put the ball through, but he's overhit that one, and Martial's never going to get on the end of that. And Everson can easily collect that ball. Pratt heads it back towards Diaz. Diaz just infield towards Tielemans, who's trying to make Leicester City tick. He was kept quiet in the first half, but he is growing into this game. Good pressure on him from Paulinho as the deflected shot goes out to the wires. Kimpembe is a confirmed transfer to Chelsea. They're, again, spending the money and looking to recruit well is Chelsea, as Tielemans lays that one out towards Ricardo Pereira. Kurzawa commits and doesn't defend well. In it goes towards Maddison, and Diop stands his ground well and holds it up as Andreas Pereira looks to bring it away. Garnacho turns well to get away from his man. Pereira tries to give it back to Garnacho, and Garnacho might have the pace here to get away. Garnacho holds it up, puts it in towards Martial, just trying to create a bit of space. Pereira with a shot, it's blocked, and Martial can't pick up the rebound as Yuri Tielemans now brings it away for Leicester. Up it goes, and Vardy takes over. Ball through, looking up towards Dennis Pratt, and there was just a man outside that I had to be careful of there. And it goes to Boudai. Boudai lays it back. Garnacho showing some good defensive work though, and holds on to the ball, but the back heel is not advisable in that position as Dennis Pratt gets around his man. Pratt still on the ball here, flicks it through to Jamie Vardy, and Jamie Vardy is holding on to it well. Baraja looks to turn, gets it back towards Vardy, who just dummies the cross and gives it into Tielemans, into Pratt, and it's a good save from Leno. So a whole host of substitutions coming up then. Johnny Evans coming off to be replaced by Wilfred Ndidi for Leicester. But Fulham preparing 4 substitutions with 5 minutes to go. We're going to see a big change here. Moukoko is going to come on up front for Anthony Martial. Pereira is coming off to be replaced by the youngster. Kazawa and Livramento off to be replaced by Shepherd and Mbabu. And yes, Sekulak coming on for his Fulham debut, or his Premier League debut. You know, he's played in the Carling Cup for us, but it should be an interesting one here. Baraja gives it back looking to Tielemans, who's created space, but Koch puts in a good tackle. So a couple of youngsters on the pitch now for Fulham. There's Mbabu with his fresh legs, and we know he's got pace to burn here, Kevin Mbabu. Kevin Mbabu just looks to turn. He's waiting for a run of Moukoko. It didn't come. Mbabu flicks it back outside towards Wilson. Sekulak, oh, he just get caught on the ball. It could have been a wonderful start for the youngster if he'd managed to get that ball through to Harry Wilson on the return as Baraja Puts one over the top, and he's asking a lot of the of Ricardo Pereira there, and the youngster Shepherd just defends it well. And Babu back to Leno. Out it goes towards Shepherd, but full time sees January start with a 1-1 draw for Leicester and Fulham. And, well, it's probably a better result for Fulham than it is Leicester. So we say farewell to Onuma, who has agreed to move to Turkey. So another player out of the door. I'm hoping that does give us a little bit more money now that we can use to reinvest. So, yeah, Josh Onuma moves to Besiktas for £1.85 million. It's been given as an F, which isn't a great idea. But we have the Carabao Cup up next, so we're not going to worry about playing that on camera. But Onuma is sold, and we have an approach for Tim Ream as a pre-contract agreement. I don't worry too much about that. Tim Ream can go. I'm sort of thinking, what can we do about loans? So I'm going to see if we can find anyone on loan, and we'll be right back. Okay, so after a little search, it's very, very difficult to loan people. So I feel like we're going to have to go into a bit more of the January transfer window and see what we can do. We've got our scouts looking at a few more players. But for now, we're going to end that episode there. So not a thrilling episode, a 1-1 draw against Leicester and the sale of Josh Onuma. But yeah, we will be back for the game after the Carabao Cup, which will be, yeah, Reading in the FA Cup. Maybe we'll do both of those off camera, actually. And we'll be back for, there you go, Aston Villa in the Premier League. We'll do both those other games off camera, and we'll come back for that. I'm sort of thinking, this was like the semi-finals, wasn't it, the Carabao Cup, I think, after beating Chelsea. We're still going to do it off camera, get through the January a little bit more, and get some scout reports back. So thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.